Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Moritz here again from MVRugby. Very happy you guys could join me. Talking about the last weekend's Currie Cup. I'm just sort of gonna try and analyze a few of the matches, give you my honest opinion on them, because really some of the matches, it was hard fought. Look, let's not beat about the bush here. The Western Province versus the Hollywood Red Sharks ended up in a 23-31 loss to the Western Province. They fought hard. They really tried at least to play a very good game. Their defense again was quite sorely lacking, leaving holes in their defensive lines at spurious times, which really didn't do them very well. Ball position, they tried extremely, hard to try to keep retaining ball position, but the ball handling discipline just wasn't there. Fumbling the balls at numerous times. The Sharks, from the beginning, just kind of ran away with them. Mafasere scoring the first try. Lorenzo Julius, on top form, that young lad, scored the second one. Both conversions by Currie, which then saw De Villiers going to the sin bin for 10 minutes, which gave another try to Hatton shortly after that. So, yeah, the discipline for the Western Province was not up to standard. We did score one try though just before the end whistle there in the first half, which was then the try scored was by Smith and then conversion by Mattia. Just after half time, Mattia basically came in with 2 penalty conversions. There was a first penalty conversion by Mattia as well. That was the first score on the board, really. So it was 3-0 for all about 5-10 minutes, and then the try started happening for the Sharks. So we have 2 penalty conversions again by Mattia in just the beginning of the second half. Then we had quite a brilliant try by Keita. It's another young lad that really has been doing very well. Again, from a absolutely, failed attempt by the Western Province to get some kind of attack movement going, which saw Keita basically, gunning through with then Currie converting again. Currie has been doing very well with his kicking and penalty conversions this season, scoring a lot. I think he's the highest scoring point scorer for the Sharks in the Currie Cup this season. We then had a try by Motongo for the Western Province, converted by Mattia, and then Currie basically getting a drop goal, in the last sort of 3-4 minutes of the game, which kind of sealed the fate for the Western Province there. Not the season that we've been looking for. Not an 8th round that we've been looking for, though the form was there in large parts of the time. The guys just couldn't push it through. My favorite players of that game, definitely Lorenzo Julius. He played extremely well. And then Cordnell scores trying to get some really good attack movements going. It did kind of beat quite a few defenders once or twice in the game, but just couldn't follow up. That was another thing by the Western Province. They would break through the lines a few times, giving the Sharks quite a bit of a chase downfield, and then because support wasn't there and the rest of the team couldn't get fast enough the breakdowns, it's another attacking opportunity lost. So that was basically the entirety of the game. Kyle Smith scoring one try, and then Matongo scoring another try. Vernon Matongo, quite a well performance by the tight head prop. But I feel, the guys can really do a lot better. Cheetahs versus Golden Lions. Rotten luck, Cheetahs. 21-38 loss. Um, they played brilliantly. I mean, really, for a young man. Who was it? Majiga played extremely well. Daniel Kasende, even though he went off with a yellow card, and even Ethan Wenzel going off with a yellow card, Wenzel scored two kicking goals, and then Daniel Kasende had one try, and then I think about 3 or 4 times when he would just really get that sort of Colby-like agility going, beating 3, 4, 5 defenders. But again, not being followed up and being lended support by his own teammates, couldn't really see the young lad, going through or actually, bringing any kind of results from that attacking movement. There was one attacking movement which was absolutely brilliant, but unfortunately, Opamahoje's lack of speed compared to the Golden Lions' fly halves, and wingers just couldn't hold up. I mean, Mahoje, made a very strong run. Unfortunately, the speed wasn't there. But Mahoje still scored quite a fan favorite of the man. Daniel Kasende, I can really see him in a green and gold, especially going on the wing sides. I think he will probably be one of my choices for a future Springbok team, along with Aiden Davis as well. Corne Fourie also played a smashing game. And then we have on the Golden Lions side really shone for these guys, these young lads. Honestly, they really put the name rugby into the game. Golden Lions scoring 1, 2, 3, 4 tries before half time, and then they were kind of the Cheetahs basically sneaking one in also just before half time. Conversion by Wenzel, literally on the 40th minute. Kasende and Wenzel going off for a yellow card early on, sort of early, and then later on in the first half. Second half, Cheetahs started off quite strong with Kasende scoring a try, followed up by a conversion by Wenzel. Then Du Plessis answered. Paulo answered that one with another try of his own. Fortuin converted, and then Volante, and then scored a try for the Lions, and then converted himself. So it was rotten luck to the Cheetahs. They fought hard right up to the very last minute to try and just get that one try going, so they can get within that 7-minute difference. Which would have seen them basically, trying to get that bonus point going, but unfortunately the Lions was only ones walking away with that bonus point there. In the very last sort of 2 minutes, they unfortunately kicked away possession. Very bad idea, which you did see the Cheetahs doing quite often in the game. They tried the up and overs, they tried to the sort of chip and chases, but unfortunately the follow-ups by the Lions was on form. The Lions was also very easy, very quickly at the breakdowns, still turning over possession for the ball quite often, which was quite a bit of an irritant for the Cheetahs themselves, and they just couldn't hold on. Griffins, yeah, I don't know. I don't think these guys are ever going to get any kind of points on the scoreboard for their team. They're still lying straight right at the bottom. 8 matches played, 0 wins. At with a 3-point total for the entire season. 8 losses, not their season. Although they've been playing really well, it's just their ball handling discipline just wasn't at all what it should be. If you look at guys like Willem van der Heever, we have Simon Westraat, that really played well. Scored, I think, his 12th career try in the Currie Cup, in his Currie Cup career for the Griffins. Carl Seister scoring another try. Unfortunately, the Griffins suffering 3 yellow cards during the course of the game, which really didn't do them any favors either. Thabo Mavundla scoring his try, and then Willem van der Heever also scoring a try. I think it was his 4th try for the Currie Cup this season, but just couldn't punch through, to get any kind of really noticeable score, points on the board. Losing 45-26 to the Pumas. Pumas again, obviously being on top form, like they've always been through this entire season, and just unfortunately going head to head with some of the stronger teams, saw them, falling on, behind quite a bit. But the Griffins, had a smashing performance against, I believe it was the Pumas, sorry, against the Cheetahs. Only losing by 2 points. That was kind of my hope, that they would be really doing well in the season. It's always kind of a hope to see some of these really not strong performing teams kind of making a bit of a lead way in the Currie Cup season. But yeah, unfortunately not to be this year around again. Although the Griffins 26-45, they played hard for those 26 points. Defense lacking sorely, again, making attack movements that was botched up by ball handling errors, really not doing themselves any favors. Everyone Swart scoring a nice try for the Pumas. Let's see, what was the kind of the game scores like. First try of the game was to the Griffins. Van der Heever scoring that one, Kota converting, Mavundla scoring the second try, Mavundla going off then shortly after for a yellow card, Marit scoring a try, Swart converting, then Swart again with another try, converting himself. Then we for the Pumas, we have halftime. Just after halftime, Visaga scores almost directly after the starting blocks. Then we have 2 more yellow cards for Pretorius and Pienaar for the Griffins, not doing them any kind of favors that early in the second half. We're seeing then Swanepoel scoring, Britt scoring. That was then reciprocated by Seister and then Kota. Seister playing an absolutely smashing game for the young lad. Really having a pretty good Currie Cup season. I mean, that young lad would do absolutely smashingly well at a fullback position for the Springboks. I'd love to see that young lad in the green gold at some point. Westraat obviously being too old to ever be able to wear the green and gold in his career. But I mean, most of these young lads, we'll be looking forward to see them coming up for the national teams. Swart performing absolutely brilliantly in that game as well. Same with Brody and Klassen. But yeah, unfortunately the Pumas came out on top in that match. We have, though, the announcement for the Bok lineup. 23-man squad already been announced, facing the All Blacks this coming weekend, and I'm not too sure where they will be playing. I think it's a local game. They haven't released yet exactly when, in which stadium that will be played. But let me just see if I can find that. No, unfortunately not any information on that yet. But yeah, the lineup as follows is looking quite well. The props that has been announced would be Thomas de Toy, Steven Kitsoff, Vincent Koch, Frans Malherbe, Oxenche, Gerrit Steenkamp, Jan Hendrik Wessels. Then the hookers will be again the good old stalwarts, Malcolm Marx and Bongi Munambi. The locks is a bit of a problematic situation though. In a recent training session, Ibn Etzebet has been suffering a bit from a recent injury that he's been finding it hard to shake. Already Salman Murat has been ruled out for making the game on Saturday due to his force kind of benched. He's being forcefully benched by the EMTs and medical staff for his concussion that he suffered at the hands of the Australians last weekend. Not last weekend, the weekend before that, excuse me. And then we've got already, Erge Snyman on the bench. We've got Mostert off, and both Mostert and Louis de Jager off with injuries as well. So I hope, Rassie is limited in his choices. We've got Ruan Norkia that will probably be standing in as the number 5 lock. So what's going to happen? Nicolas Janssen van Rensburg coming at number 4 for Ibn Etzebet. Also, you do have a bit of a playing field there. I mean, you can slot Ivan Ruiz in at the number 7 jersey, which then basically seeing Peter Step to Toy going in for Ibn Etzebet. We still have Alrich Low that could be making up the 8-man position. We also have the loose forwards, Ben Jason Dixon, Peter Step to Toy, Sia Kulisi, Racing, Aldrich Low, Quagga Smith, and then Marco van Staden. So we've got a lot of players there that we can play around with, shifting a bit. I think Peter Step to Toy could make an absolute fantastic contribution in one of the lock positions. We've also got Jasper Visa, which is a pretty good choice for an 8th man. That could be seeing Alrich Low slotting in one of the other loose forwards, other flanks, opposite Sia Kulisi. But yeah, we'll have to see what Rassie decides. But I'll be bringing you guys the full-on lineup, or starting lineup and bench positions closer to the game. That'll probably be released on Friday. As Rassie do tend to a lot of times play the game close to the chest. I think if I had to choose, I would basically be seeing Ben Jason Dixon starting off on the bench, which will giving Jasper Visa maybe a bit more starting playing time. He hasn't really been welcomed back quite strongly into the Springbok team, but yeah, we'll be seeing a lot more of him, I'm pretty sure. So I'm guessing he'll be going in for the starting lineup. Marco van Staden probably on the bench. I think Rassie would probably want to start off his stronger players first, unless he goes for maybe getting the more seasoned players coming in as the bomb squad. I don't know if he's probably going to go for the 5 or 7-1 split again, or 5-2 split. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, scrum halves, Jaden Hendrickse, Kobus Reinach, and then Grant Williams. So he's got a nice sort of assortment of scrum halves to choose from. Sasha Feinberg, Komazulu, Mani Lebok, and Andre Pollard has made them as available for the fly halves there as well. I'm pretty sure we'll probably be seeing Andre Pollard starting off on the starting lineup. I'm just sort of thinking, he'd want to put his stronger players maybe in the beginning of the match, and then maybe get Malcolm Marx or start Bongi off as a hooker, at the starting lineup, putting Malcolm Marx on the bench for the bomb squad. Lucanio for the centers, you have Lucanio on Damon Ndende, Andre Estreisen, and then Jesse Kriel. So quite a nice lineup there as well. Andre Estreisen being the only kind of debutant among the centers there. We're holding thumbs to see quite a good performance by either Jesse Crew or Lukhanyo as well. I'm kind of thinking Lukhanyo will probably be on the starting lineup with Jesse Crew on the bench. Curtly Arendse, although Damien Dalende is also pretty strong player, but you would want to reserve him for the second half. I'm thinking. Currently, Arendse, Apelele Fassi, Cheslin Colby, so really quite a brilliant choice there for wingers. Willie Leroux, Makazolo Mapimpi, another winger with absolute, massive reputation behind his name. Kanan Moody, and then Kanan Moody for the Vodacom Bulls. I'm kind of thinking Kanan Moody maybe starting off on the fullback. Possibly with Billy Leroux coming off the bench. Curtly Arendse is also a very good choice for the fullback team. That all Apelele Fassi. They all are very kind of flexible in the positions that they can play. I mean, we can see that Chislin Colby can play both fullback, winger, fly half, and then coming in at scrum half as well. So yeah, that's quite a exciting lineup for this coming weekend. It's a pity though about the injuries, because it really puts Rassie in a bit of a and his entire coaching team in a bit of a tight position. But look, the youngsters coming in, they've got really some massive talent in both Gerard Steenkamp, Jan-Hendrik Wessels, Vincent Koch as well, good old star marker as the previous Xbox coming back into the fray, but also Oxenchair, a very a seasoned player, a strong player as well. But we've got like I said, we've got Ulrich Loh and Niklaas Jansen van Rensburg, Ben Jason Dixon, that can also kind of make up quite a few positions that can be shuffled around. Fantastic lineup. So I'm quite exciting to see that one going. I'll be bringing you guys more updates as it comes through. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that guy. That one, I always like spending time with you guys, just talking rugby. And if you, just give me your opinions as well. Obviously, give me a like and subscribe if you haven't done so. It really helps the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. Putting my videos out there and giving me a bit more motivation and kind of that I need to give you guys more content and hopefully improving on the content. If there's any improvisations that you guys think I can make, please, by all means. I always welcome a bit of criticism as well in the comment section. If there's any changes that you guys would have made to the Bok team, let me know as well in the comment section. Give me your opinions. I always love hearing from you guys. But yeah, from a very cold and wet Cape Town, I bid you guys all the best. Keep the beers on ice, and I'll see you on Saturday. Peace out.